So today, I get to choose, because people voted for me to choose, which I'm a bit surprised by, as Deltarune was there, but hey, I guess it's good for me. So the goal of today's stream, hopefully I beat Farewell. If I beat Farewell, I end stream. Hello, hi Mio. Because honestly, today is, I only have, it's another one of those days in which I have to manage my time very well. Hi Boo. As with everybody else in the universe. Alright, determination. Okay, so this is wave dashing. Ugh. My Hatsune Miku plush came on Friday. Oh, nice. Now you get to be more indoctrinated into the cult. Hello, Ocean. Oh. Oh, yeah. Now I have 3 plushies. How many do I have? I think I have like 3 or 4. Ow. Ow. Should I move to YouTube? If you want. No, I have many plushies. I have 3 specifically of Hatsune Miku. Okay. I was like, dang, only 3? That's impressive. Self-control, even. Ah, too high up. I'm a move. Okay. Ow. No. I do not have self-control. Spiggy, you think too highly of me. The self-control that you think exists certainly does not. Oh, too high up. Got a little too high. Ow. Ow. Oh, it's I move a little over to the left. This section is so cruel. How could this happen to me? Got it. Woo. Alright, I'm doing this a lot quicker than I did yesterday. Okay, is this the section that I was stuck on? I think it was. This definitely feels familiar. And it's gone. Farewell is a joke by the developers. I binged all of Secret of the Mimic like 5 times. Does that mean that you played it or you watched other people play it? I've not played that yet. No! It's gone. Nope, and it's gone. Like, apparently you both are way ahead of me in terms of Five Nights at Freddy's, because I've not even played Security Breach yet. I'm so sleep deprived, I cannot sleep yet because I'm gonna become nocturnal. Go to sleep, Ocean. It's very important that you get your sleep. You do not want to know the health effects that occur if you stay sleep deprived for too long. You can do it every once in a while, but... No, but it's 3 p.m. for me. Oh. But how could you? Security Breach is wonderful. Not scary, but wonderful. There's no horror elements in Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. It's just a lovely game in which they have ice cream. And then they farm. It's a farming simulator, actually. Yeah, so what my theory is that I need to get up here, and then I need to get to the other side of the spring. If I sleep, I'm gonna wake up at night and then sleep. Then stay awake a little longer. I did not realize it was 3 p.m. for you. Yeah, so I need to get to the other side of the spring, bounce back at it, use the boosty to get up there, or maybe I just dash up there. That is also possible. And then once I get to the spring, I sprung over the other side. There's a lot of spronging that has to go on. I like Sun and Moon a lot, but then the fandom of Security Breach was very strange about the character, and now I cannot see them the same. I'm going to not ask questions about what you mean by that, because usually when you refer to fandoms and ruining, it's not a good thing. Owie. But doesn't brain eat itself if you do not get sleep? You can always just get more sleep. So if you stay up for like 4 more hours, then you can just go to sleep and then hopefully recover the amount of time that you lost from not sleeping. Or something like that. No, your brain essentially disintegrates and you start like having hallucinations and such if you do not sleep for long enough. And you start taking like micro naps. Your body essentially tortures itself. It's not very fun. Owie. Thanos snap, hee hee. Thanos snap. Yes, the wish that Thanos made. Also, I'm gonna turn on the game a little bit. It seems a little too loud. Oh yeah, my sister stayed up for 2 nights one time and hallucinated 2 customers at her job. Ooh, cool. All I gotta say is that people who work night shift are some of the... They got some stories to tell at most jobs. Hey, my sister worked night shift at a gas station for a while, and she still believes the gas station is haunted. Hmm. Alright, too high. Ugh. No, she did not. She saw customers from the back, but then when she went to the front, they were gone, and her coworker said no one was there. You know, the cruel part is there might have actually just been customers there, and they just dipped. Making her forever think that... she hallucinated. They just were there to mess with her. I would do that. Ow. No, it's actually secret lore the whole time. I was the person at the gas station. I've only hallucinated spiders. I think I remember when I was young, I hallucinated seeing a guy or something like standing in the room I was in. And me being me, I just walked up to the man and was like, hello, hi, hello. I was not scared at all. And then it disappeared as soon as I looked a different direction. And before you're like, oh, that was clearly a real person, it was not. That was my mind seeing things. Ow. Hi. Hi. When I was a kid, I would hallucinate mice on my floor at night eating my clothes, and I thought if my legs touched the floor, the mice would eat me. Do you remember what the man looked like? It was just like, you know how your brain has like silhouettes, and it makes like generic caricatures where it sees things in shadows? It just looked like a tall guy. The Hat Man. Sure, we could call him that, the Hat Man. I do not think he wore a hat, but whatever. Oh, I nearly made it too. Ow. No! Okay, why are you guys' hallucinations so much more advanced than mine? I do not know. Brain work in mysterious ways. I think I was just traumatized. Game looks so fun and challenging. It is. This is one of the final chapters in the game. It's arguably not the most difficult. I know many people debated me yesterday on that, but yeah, it's difficult. I've been more scared of hallucinating than getting any hallucinations themselves. Good luck and farewell. Thank you. Ow. A little too high. I mean, I get... The problem that I have is that do I need the spring to get up here? I think I do. That's kind of part of the problem. So I think what I have to do... Have you ever gotten sleep paralysis? I've never gotten sleep paralysis before. Because I think what you have to do is you get to spring. Yeah, it's one of the most difficult. Not sure the exact difficulty though. Yeah. Because I think you need the spring and you jump off it to the left, and then you use one of your boosts to stop the momentum from getting you up there. You do an up E, then an up left, and then you go to the spring again, and then you grab up there. For the day, oh weird. My sister hallucinated a guy in her apartment once, and she thought it was maintenance and just walked away. Then she came back and he was gone. Bye-bye. Sleep paralysis usually happens if you sleep on your back. Certified side sleeper, it seems. And it's gone. Jeez, that's very quick timing. Side sleeping for life. You feel your ribs just crack underneath the weight of yourself. Now I sleep on my stomach, I destroy my spine. I used to get sleep paralysis. Can kind of will it away now. The problem with me is I sleep too deeply. Unironically. I've said this so many times before, but I sleep through everything. The spring! The spring! I have a heavy sleeping, in which I sleep through everything, but I also wake up exactly when I need to. I have the best of both worlds. Because whenever I have like an appointment or something, I wake up exactly the time that I need to. And then whenever I sleep through everything. I'm jealous someone just had to open my door or poke me once and I'm fully awake. You need like a protective dome over you to make sure that you can sleep. You know in the early Daredevil movie, what you need to do is you need to sleep in like a soundproof coffin. It's actually likely you get sleep paralysis at least once in your life. Lucky me. Oh yippee, I look forward to TNT. Oh wait, is that not actually TNT or is that just an emote? Oh, I had a dream that was extremely similar to sleep paralysis. Started flying after a bit, which confused me very much. I wake up at the exact time I need to. I have no clue if I'm a heavy sleeper, but I've been told I snore. It's a little crying face stream, man. Oh, sorry. I was like, are you referencing the hit song by AC/DC, TNT? Also, yesterday what happened? No, I'm a big emoticon user. Okay, I'll just assume they're emoticons from now on. Yesterday there was somebody that walked up to me, and I was doing something at a store, and they asked me if I was quote-unquote... They asked if I was quote-unquote locked in or geeked. I was genuinely confused. They scared me. That's wonderful. It's very nice of them to attempt to share their culture with me. Are you quote-unquote geeked or locked in? I refuse to answer the question. I refuse to even acknowledge the question. But of course, locked in. I am never geeking. What chapter is this? This is 9. This is the final chapter in the game. Barring, like, seasides and such. Ow. That's all I gotta say for Madeline. What do locked in and geeked mean? So the best way that I correlate it is locked in means that you're focused and you're determined, and geeked means you're like tweaking or you're panicking. That's how I equate them. Yeah, I dropped after I climbed the mountain. I had 2k deaths. Oh, that's fine. You finished the game, that's all that matters. You should feel no pressure to finish the rest of the game. It's not easy. Farewell, yeah, Farewell was the DLC. My little cousin visited me in the weekend, and when he wanted to play Roblox, he said unironically, yay yay, skibbity time. Oh boy. I've not seen my cousins in like a while. All my cousins are like a lot younger than me. Oh, well, we're gonna go for it, and we failed. I am an uncle. I'm very close to my cousins. They're young, though. 14 and 10. I know that. That's a toilet. Yep, that is. Also, I want to just say something for the For the people who might be watching who feel like 18 is a magical number, it's not. When you turn 18 on your 18th birthday, you're like, wow. Wow, I feel exactly the same. Then when you hit 20, or 21 when you can start drinking alcohol in the United States, or a lot younger if you live in cooler places, I feel exactly the same. I'm never going to be an uncle. My brother is aroist, and my sister is not going to have any children. Just because somebody's aroist does not necessarily mean that they're not going to have children. It just means that they're not likely to. Things can always change. Oof, that difference is rough. Gen Alpha and Z. Wow, nothing has changed yet. You still feel the exact same way that you felt when you were 16. I highly doubt you will, but you're right, yeah. Plus, who knows, maybe they will adopt. You never know what happens with life. There's always children. If it's one thing that I know about the human race, there's always children that need a home. Everywhere. Also, you know what? I'm gonna stop. I'm the streamer. I have free will. I'm gonna see if Skibbity Toilet is still going. I'm actually genuinely curious, because I've not heard anything about it for, like, years. Eons, even. Children in your walls? True. 79? Oh my gosh. Wait, I'm curious too. It's on the 79th one, and that was 6 days ago. Yeah, I realized 18 was not special when I turned 18, and I was still treated like a small child, but also like an adult. It was very annoying. 6? Hold on, let me double check. I still have free will. The people who are wanting to watch Celeste right now are just in shambles. No! Please! Yeah. Skibbity is more important. Oh yeah, of course. How could it not be important? You back on this level? Yep. It only took me like 2 minutes to get back to this progress, by the way. But this is gonna take a little longer. Has this been a question back in your mind for a while now? Bros just straight up stopped everything to check. Well, I don't do that very often. As much as I care about entertaining, I also have my own needs and desires. Ow. And also, Ocean, I think I'm a chronic overthinker, so I always have something that's in the back of my mind. Spearman is actually a Skibbity Toilet fan. Oh yeah, so true. That's exactly why I did not realize that it was on the 79th one. Skibbity Toilet Marathon when? Never. I watched like the first 7 episodes and I was like, oh, this is cool. I appreciate what this person's doing, and I like the fact that the younger generation has something they can look forward to and something that excites them. But I do not. I'm not interested. It's not for me. I think I watched the first one after my friend said it to me, but that's it. Okay, I'm going too early. But now it's too late. Way too late. Okay. I watched it before it was big. I watched it before it was cool. Also, I can do that for one game. You know Among Us? I think that game came out in like 2018 or 2017. I played it before it became very popular. In 2020. That felt good. I felt so vindicated. And so I'm gonna thank one of my friends real quick. So I'll pause the game so the game music room was a little more quiet. So Dr. Pepper 123 or DRPR, whatever way he wants to say it, he showed me the game before it became popular. So thank you. I now have that over other people. I just saw it as a silly and dumb series. Well, yeah, that's like most of everything. You cannot look at old like Gary's Mod stuff or SFM animations, but like, yeah, this is high art. Whereas Skibbity Toilet, this is not high art. So game is still really loud. It's probably all the death sounds, I imagine. Streamer man, you need to watch Starter Squad. Okay, I'll add that to the list. Like, when people suggest for me for things to watch, I do watch most of them. Like, when somebody suggested that I watch... What was the podcast? It was the one by Casually Explained. I'll look it up right now. Staying In. I knew it was Staying something. I watched the first episode of it. Well, I listened to it. It was fine. Unfortunately, I'm not a very big Casually Explained fan. In fact, I barely knew who they were before I watched the episode, but... Hey! I watched it. Have you watched Indie Cross yet? Oh, that's another thing I've been meaning... I'm not. Ocean's just proving me wrong, that I'm lying. Actually, wait, did I... Hold on, let me look up Indie Cross. Is this just gonna be a stream in which Celeste is in the background, but I'm constantly opening Firefox? Hee hee hee. Oh no, I think I watched some of episode 1. I think I got through like 10 minutes of it, and then somebody asked me to do something. I still have to watch the rest of it, though. Sorry about that, but I watched some of it. Streamer man at search history sub goal when? I'm never doing a sub goal. If you want to see my search history, I'll just pull it up right now. I've done it before on stream. Hold on, let me take a quick look. Are you talking about like YouTube search history? Because I watch somebody named Papa Mate, and some of his videos are very weird. Search history reveal. Okay, let's see. I love my search history. Oh my goodness. Is there any... Hold on, I need to see if there's anything private here. Some of those search history is really funny. Alright, sorry TikTok, you're not able to see the search history. It's only gonna be YouTube and Twitch. It's exclusive. This is really funny. Okay, so we're gonna pull up the search history. Trust me, there's not gonna be any porn. I guarantee it. Version exclusive, yep. TikTok gets left out in the cold, as per usual. It's not even switching properly. Okay, I love when my stream deck does not work. My favorite. So, scenes. Then we go to main monitor capture. Anything private? Nope. Alright, what do we have? Indie Cross. We got Radiohead. We got a bunch of other video things that I've been doing. We got Twitter. We got Twitch. We got YouTube. We got Solo Leveling, which I've been reading. We got Truth Social, which if you know what Truth Social is, very cool. Imagine using Twitter. I know. Imagine using Twitter. That's why I love how there's Celeste music still in the background. We got me opening YouTube. I wonder what I do. I wonder what I do very often. Truth Social Mail. We got Dark Viper AU, which I watch occasionally. We got Google Sheets, which I also use for YouTube and Twitch. More Dark Viper AU. We got more Radiohead. This just was very boring about what I expected. True, I am a very boring individual. We got Tel Aviv for some reason. Does that mean that Streamer Man is Jewish? I knew it. It's always they always show up. Why did Boop's comment get sent to the Shadow Realm? They did that themselves. Unless there's a moderator who's just deciding to be very cruel right now. Also, apparently I watch my own videos. Papa Meat. Yeah. This is when I looked up this is when I looked up a Twitch streamer. Also, this right here is a funny meme, I hope. Because sometimes I open Twitter and I see a meme and I'm like, I like this, and I share it. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna open up Truth Social real quick. Also, I accidentally frequently delete my own messages. Yep. Hold on, I'm gonna open up Truth Social. I want to share my Truth Social real quick if you want to see what it is. You want to see what Truth Social looks like? It's so dead. It's so great. Here's my Truth Social. Also, I hate Truth Social as a social media platform. Genuinely, the only way you could like this platform is if you were so politically brain-rotted that you really like the Orange Man. You really like him a lot. All that I have is this dumb meme here. And then some other random stuff. It's completely dead. Not a source of life. Wait, what's the meme? Rare steak fan. Slow, lazy. Spends too much energy on digestion. Brain always too tired. Literal blood drinkers. Well done steak enjoyer. Handsome, smart. Allows fire to do his digestion for him, leaving him energy to expand his brain. Creator of civilization. Also, in case you're wondering, I actually like steak medium rare. I love drinking blood. I like drinking blood occasionally too. That's why I like medium rare. All right. Anyways, back to Celeste. I hate steak though. I like steak occasionally, but I like other meats. I'm more of a burger guy. Me too. I'm a medium rare guy. Okay, so my general rule of thumb when it comes to steak, if it's a good restaurant in which they know how to cook steak, I ask for medium rare. If it's iffy, I ask for medium. Because 90% of the time, if you go to a restaurant like that and you say medium, they give it to you medium rare. Because they do not know how to cook a steak. It's so sad. I like medium steak. Medium is nice occasionally, but the problem is that medium and medium rare is pretty much identical depending on the restaurant you go to, which is a shame. And also, unironically, I think the only choices that are weird for like the way you like your steak are rare and well done. It just feels like the right answer. Pink steak scares me, but brain just keeps telling myself that I will die. Oh. I mean, I guess that makes sense, because usually when you see meat that's like rare or that has blood in it, you get scared, especially if it's like chicken. Like if you're if you're eating a chicken and you see blood in it and it's like clearly not done, uh-oh. Also, a mark of a horrible chef is if they're not able to cook chicken. Like, if you physically cannot cook chicken to a basic degree to cook it, and, like, make sure it's edible, that's very sad. What are you doing? Honestly. Also, where am I gonna put the chat? Celeste is always weird, so that way you can see the timer a bit better. My sister almost died from salmonella when she was 15, so the fear goes hard in my family. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, there's a time period in my life in which I had to have steaks, like, on the more closer to well done, and I had to make sure everything was cooked to a high degree, because it was living with somebody who, like, well, it's, how do I explain it? Essentially, I kind of developed a weird fascination with germs and things like that for a little bit of a time, so I would constantly get steaks, like, extremely well done. Except my sister, for some reason, she's chilling. She, like, goes to a restaurant and orders it rare after nearly dying from salmonella. Or wait, not nearly dying. Oh, yeah, almost died. I was correct in my assertion. Am I not going to be able to beat this level? Am I just stuck on it forever? I always order my chicken rare. If a restaurant allows you to do that, that's very concerning. Salmonella does not have a chance to beat me. Well, I'm pretty sure there are some delicacies in which you eat chicken rare, but they have to prep the chicken to make sure that's, like, very safe to eat. Why does your sister have the most topic-fitting lore boot? Oh, because you know your siblings very well. She's the main character, I guess. Dun, 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 dun. What was that? Ugh, I did an updash. That was my fault. Actually, wait, hold on. Maybe... Actually, wait. Wait a second. I do not know squat about my brother's lore. Although, look at my messages, it is for sure like I'm making some stuff about, but I'm not. That's how it feels talking sometimes. So maybe what I have to do, actually, is I need to keep my dashies for getting up to there, and then I have to use the spring there. Alright, you know what time it is? It's my favorite time of the day. It's uppies. Uppies? Yes, uppies. I need uppies. Ow. Ow. I need me some uppies, yeah. Everyone needs some uppies every now and then. You know, it's honestly a sad thing. If you weigh more than like 150, do I put in pounds or kilograms? I think like most of the people here are American, so I'm just gonna put it in pounds. If you weigh like more than 150 pounds, nobody will lift you up. Not at all, you're too heavy. It's so sad. What if you climb the wall, Silver, to get higher? I can try that. No, it's not gonna work. Well, time to diet and exercise. True, to get the uppies. because I have the slowest metabolism on Earth. I seem to be the opposite of everybody in chat. I have the fastest metabolism on Earth. There was a day in which I ate like 2 pizzas in a row, and then like chicken wings and like steak. Woke up the next morning, took my weight exactly the same. I did not change a singular kilogram, pound, whatever measurement you want to put it in. It all went away. It disappeared. How? I do not know. Every time I'm like, because I'm constantly in a flux in which I'm like, I probably should gain more weight. Because like, I'm not unhealthy. I'm not like super skinny right now. It's just, I want to gain more weight. And I'm not able to. The pizza story, you've all heard the story. Yes. Classic pizza streaming. Yes. And then there's some days in which I have like 2 beef burritos and something like that. And then I'll lose weight at the end of the day. And I'm like, what's... What am I to do? And I'm not talking 2 beef burritos for an entire day. I'm talking like 2 beef burritos for a meal with other stuff in between. Gotta make an eating stream? I'm not being a mukbang tuber. No. And so I typically dislike streams that are just people eating. Because I remember there was a period on Twitch where literally what all the Twitch streamers would do is they would just eat on stream and then watch YouTube videos. I'll eat a sandwich and half an apple and the next day I weigh more, then I cry. Can we switch metabolisms, please? Please? It would be so great. So true, Boop. It would be so awesome. It would be so cool. It would be so awesome. It'd be so cool. Can we share his metabolism? Yeah, split it in half. It's more than enough metabolism for both of you. Absolutely. What a shame. Aww. Cannot wait for the Earth 2.0 update. What is coming in the Earth 2.0 update? Can you tell me? What are the patch notes? Ow. There's the... Sadly, I know what that word means, Ocean, so I'm not reading that. You know what I mean? Yes, I know what you mean, but I'm still not reading it. It's when you're on the brink of sneezing, and then you're just not able to, and sometimes it might last like a minute or two, and you just suffer. Like when you want to sneeze, but almost, yes. I'm not using it in that way, yes, I know. Also, I feel so weird. This is just gonna be another stream of me just talking while I occasionally do gameplay. I find it so weird whenever I go to Twitch streams, and like, if somebody was to have this conversation with a different streamer, they would immediately take it the sexual way. I do not know what it is. Am I weird? Am I just different? Am I just special? Because every time I go to one of those streams and I'll say something, somebody immediately makes it weird. And I'm like, please stop. I just want to watch a Twitch stream of Resident Evil 7 or Alien Isolation. Leave me alone. No, I'm just desensitized to it at this point. I think you're special considering how you do not say the funny ouchie word for some reason. Yeah. Or as Boop might say, the undiagnosis. The diagnosed undiagnosis of a certain neurodivergence. Is Celeste fun? Yes, Celeste is fun. I'm on the harder levels. You can play this game without doing all this hard stuff. I did not even realize I said the word "it's because of me." Yep, it is. You did this to me. Yes. 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 Oh, no. Yes. Yes. No. Oh no, I'm doing my... This is an old bit that I had from like 20 years... Not 20 years ago. Finally made a sliver of progress. Yes. 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 Yeah. No. Yes. 20 years. Not 20 years. I meant 5 years ago. Yes, I'm an old man. I was streaming when it was first created. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. No. Before the pink jump crystal... Before that pink crystal, jump on the spring on the right side. But why? Streamerman sounds like he's either 15 or 33. Yep, I've not hit puberty yet. You're true. He sounds young, but probably in his 40s or 50s. I do not hear 15, though. Oh, there's a heart there. That's nice. So if I hit it on the... Do you mean the left side? Before first pink crystal, I did not know. It made it easier for me. Oh, you're talking about that. I love guessing people's ages. Try to guess my age, then. I will definitely confirm it. Streamman, are you older than 40? Weird. There's a message that was there, but it just disappeared. Just with how much he says he's old. Silence. 22 or 23? Ooh, what an incredible guess. It could be or could not be close. We'll never know. If only we had somebody who could tell us an answer. Yeah. Streamer man. Wait. Okay, yeah, that does make it easier. Gee, I wonder, streamer man. If only. Are you older than 8 years old? We'll never know. I could be fresh out of the bakery. I could be 1 year old. I could be AI. So why do I use the term bakery? Fresh out of the womb. We'll never know. Fresh out of the bakery, you are a streamer bagel, indeed. Streamer is fresh baked bread, for real. Mm-hmm. The freshest bread. Ugh. Kill self. Kid, let me up! I'm headcanoning instruments every age at the same time. True, I'm an infinite being. Also, that definitely sounds like some VTuber lore. I joined a few VTuber Discords just to see what all the hubbub was about, like a few months ago and like a week ago again. Very weird. I had Canon Streamman as French and 4,444 years old. You know, in typical like anime logic, does that still mean I look like a very small child? Ow. I get the community aspect of it, but like, insert the rant that I said about, like, weird conversations. That's all I gotta say about that. It's always like that, yes. They never look their age. No! I should have dashed up and over. Okay, so we have the strategy. Alright, thank you. Ennio, I'll say. You can tell me how to pronounce it, but thank you for the tip of advice. I generally do not like advice like that, but I try to figure it out myself, but I understand. I'm taking a little too long here. Wait! It's the smallest child and they're older than the universe. Yep. No! Okay, I'm ahead of good luck Celesting. Thank you, Goat. First time on stream, so I did not know you tried to figure it out first on your own. No, it's fine. That one really helped. I bonked my head. That was the perfect run. Legends will be told about how perfect that was. Too early. Just right. There we go. Easy, super easy, barely an inconvenience. I can smell the attempt. Oh my good heavens. Oh lordy. That's all I gotta say about this one. Oh, and it goes up slightly. Oh, what is this? I called it. Yeah, good luck, have fun. Wait! I was not expecting to go back. I'll go make a sandwich, be right back. Okay, enjoy making your sandwich. Ouchie. Ouchie, ouchie. I think I need to do a bottom right dash there. Uh-oh. Okay, so that's an upright again. Owie. Ouchie. Wait, you already did the comb room? Yep. Only took 53 extra minutes. So that was the comb room? Sure, man, have you ever been bullied in school? Yes, I was. That was not the comb room. Never mind then. Wait! Oh, I need... Oh, I have to wave dash off of that? No way, story time. I mean, it was very basic bullying. They just... So they bullied me based on, like... specifically a little bit my background in terms of, like, being slightly religious. I'm not going to get into it, because that's something I can keep private. And they also... typical things like looks and... Also, I think eye color for some reason. Comb room is the wall bouncing... The wall bounce of moving platforms. Okay. Wait! That's fair, yeah. I try to talk about my life as much as I can, but I also try to keep it a little secret. Comb room is hard. Eye color? Yes. It was weird. Ow. Bullies be running out of ideas, yeah. It's hard being a bully back when I was growing up. Oh, I did uprighty. And I did it. Cool. Why do they call it the comb room? Okay, what am I doing here? The start looks like a comb. Well, I feel like I need a wave dash here. I'm stuck. Help. Where in the world am I meant to go? I guess, do I grab on there? Uh-oh. I wish there was a telescope here, but I got no clue. I mean, actually, what I can do is I can probably just... This is the entire room? True, this do be an entire room. I mean, I can try to wave dash that, and then hopefully I can just fall down, grab that, go up, and then... Yeah. It's kind of hard, though. So no need for binoculars. I could try the previous strategy I was doing, but I feel like you need it afterwards. I swear I just hallucinated or something. Cool. Ow. No, hold on. I'm trying this a few more times. No, it's not low enough. So, like, if you do this... Okay, that's not gonna work. Me killing self? Maybe I could fall in. Hola. Hola, Jay. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien? Hold on, we're gonna... I'm grabbing! This one's a pretty easy, non-intentional setup. I'll let you first figure it out on your own. Okay, thank you. I swear the chat said this is the entire room and said this is the entire stream. Way beyond aggressive. Okay. I feel like wave dashing would help, but because what my idea is that I wave dash to get that. I keep the other dash. I go down. I'm going insane. Ah. Oh, interesting, interesting. I'm back. Welcome back, Boop. Too high. Too high again. I have a sandwich and also tomatoes. Oh, I did it? Okay. Alright, so I figured it out. It's kind of... Dang, 7 years. But I keep touching the tip. This is a record? Ugh. It's so sad. Alright, so I figured out that part. So once you have that... How in the world? Owie. Ah! It would be so awesome. Be so cool. Oh wait, I see the solution. Hold on. Me doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Oh. No! It is simple. I will not tell you. Thank you, Ocean. Okay, so grab here. This looks complicated. I'm not dashing back there. I'm pretty sure you're not able to reactivate the coin. This looks complicated. Believe it or not, but it's also complicated controls. At least doing this first little bit. Also, when I complete this, you can tell me the simple way of doing it. Just I want to try to do it the quirky way first. Ow. This is why I quit Celeste. Too many sweats. Ugh. Well. Nice knowing ya. Yeah, you gotta do that. The problem is it's just... It's very precision jumps right next to each other. Sure, because there's a non-wave dash way to do it, I'll say that. I prefer doing the wave dash way. I'll get it eventually. Ow. Got it? Alright, what was the solution? See, when you're good, you're good. We have detected inactivity during your live. No, TikTok's gonna stop itself. What am I gonna do? Where am I gonna get all my viewers from? You know, you could have let go of the block so you didn't have to be that close to the spinners. Okay. What's a wave dash? Kill TikTok. Maybe in a bit. Alright, what a wave dash. You can dash to the right while touching the ground, then jump. Okay. Oh, there's little stars. Okay, what a wave dash is you jump up, Just like the bottom right, or you move to the bottom right, you dash, and then you jump again to regain your dash. Well, there's no way I could have known that with what tech that I have now. Okay, so I need to jump through that. Probably jump up and over. Drop down, dash over there. Get the coin, get that, get the 2 dashes. Dash there, go there, and use another one of the dashes to get up there. That's a non-wave dash away. Ocean One, I love TikTok. The cute little TikTok. What happened while I was gone? The conversion therapy is working. Hey, I got the coin. Ow. 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 This room is rough. I do not have the setup. Just get lucky. You're like, alright, I've been helping you so far, but for this room, you gotta do it yourself. Ow. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna stay up here. Ooh, too high. I've always hated the app ever since it perma banned me until 2030. Honestly, you should thank them. Oh, wait. I'm realizing. The way I'm doing this, I'm not having a dash. That's just from streaming. So I do not have a dash when I go there. Huh. Someone's eating tomatoes makes me feel like I'm eating someone's heart. I'm just not a big fan of tomatoes. Ow. Ugh. Sigh. Now I have to use a better in every way app called Twitch. Did you kill someone on stream or something? Yes. You find the tomatoes like apples for YouTube, almost. Okay, so I think I have the way of doing it. Owie. The stars. I beat the impossible quiz, nice. Ow. I need to be quicker than that. Because the grip strength just goes away at the worst time. That timing with stars is rough, yes. Do you know what's even worse, though? My timing. As I said, I let go of the grab button. First mistake. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up! It's not being fast. It's aiming for the top so you climb less. So being fast and not... It's essentially saying the same thing. Okay. Hello, Star. Did there... 5 years ago, did there used to be somebody in my chat named Star? I know there's a few people who used to be in my chat 5 years ago. Streamer, man, you keep saying you're gonna do an 8-hour stream or more soon, but you never do. I know. The problem with me is that every time I set a day to do an 8-hour stream, I get called to do something. Or to go help out somebody. Do you know what's even worse? Life. What did you even want the 8-hour stream to be? We said web fishing before. I gotta go already. Bye. Have a nice stream and day. You as well, Jay. Bye-bye. Unlucky. Web fishing? Oh, you still want the web fishing stream? Okay. Yeah, I try to keep my promises, but you know, sometimes it's difficult. I try really, really hard, and then even when I set out days to do that... 8-hour web fishing stream would be crazy. Anyway, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Jay. Of all the things to be 8-hour streams, web fishing is the most perfect. To be fair, 8 hours is a big commitment. Yes. I forgive streamer. You should not. Well, forgive me when I do the stream. 8-hour Celeste stream, aka Purgatory. Okay. Depending on how I feel during the day, that could be Purgatory. Ow. The stars. Oh, okay. Cool. Alright, is this just a dropper? Okay, dropper into the red bubble, so I probably need to stay to the left. But I only have... I'm gonna not have any dashes, by the way. Ow. Ow. Good heavens. The stars. Wait, I can wave dash to keep a dash. True, streamer man. I give you permission to pronounce my misspellings until I can type correctly. Okay. Need a dash at the bottom, I think. Okay. My sandwich is not hitting very hard. I'm gonna make a sandwich after stream. Because believe it or not, I'm gonna say a word that I've never said before on stream. I'm hungry. Yeah, the wave dashing kind of also leads to death. Whoa, that's crazy. I mean, I think you do need another dash. You need a dash somewhere in there. That's 2 words, man. Hungry. I love how sometimes the stars just stay there. Ugh. Do not worry, streamer. Just eat ocean. I'm not sure I want to. But what if ocean's not enough calories for me? Wait, what day of the week is today? It's a day. For you, it is Sunday. That's true, you'll probably still lose weight. Yeah. It's an entire human being. Loses weight. Ugh. For me, it is Monday, so... You're ahead? Let's go. Crazy, that's a weird concept. I'm in the future? True, you are. Something finally to balance out your metabolism. For me, it's actually Christmas. True. What did you get for Christmas? Did Santa actually show up this year? Oh. Ugh, brain. Brain not braining. What a wave dash. You should call me the king of wave dashing. Yeah, Santa did show up. It was weird, though. I had to give him stuff instead of the other way. I said a mask and a gun, but he was very nice. Oh, nice. Cool. Here's a bold prediction. Nintendo announces a Direct. You better not say the word Silk Song. Oh, no. Just for the fun of it, you know, I'm gonna do something to entertain myself for a second. Bye-bye, TikTok. If anyone's here, bye-bye. Alright, cool. No more TikTok. Uh-oh. Timing is off. I'm so gullible, I'm gonna believe that it is tomorrow. I'm too lazy to look. You know what? I'm not too lazy, though. Okay, let's open up a new tab. Nintendo Direct. Thank you, Streamer Man. It just seems to be rumors. That's literally all it is. New Nintendo Direct to air the week of the Switch 2 or shortly after. I'm not seeing any big news. No, it's not been announced yet. I'm just making predictions. Exactly. Proven wrong on the internet. What a sin. If I know my internet lore, then that must mean that you're a bad person. That you should be publicly shamed and then have no consequences for any of your actions. No celebrities have done this before. Truly very brave. I know, it's a day ahead, so they're keeping a secret from us. Maybe. Because it has happened 4 to 5 years around these days. Ow. Ow. The timing on the starts, I hate it. And especially because the wave dashing is not consistent where it lands me. No, hold on. I just want to practice even just getting through this. It'd be really funny if I just do it without the dash. If that's even possible. I mean, it might be, but it's... You're cutting it very close to that other start. No, I think it needs a dash. I think I'm kidding myself. I am a kidder, after all. You're a kitten? A kidder. K-I-D-D-E-R. Kidder. I think I misheard that. It's like how everybody mishears when I say usually. Can I fall less fast? I'd appreciate it. Go! Speed! Owie. I'm amazed that 10% of the players who have played Celeste on Steam have gotten through Farewell. Unironically, this is probably not even the hardest level in the game. It's probably some of the hardest platforming I've ever done. I think with and without dash is possible. Okay, I'll try it like this. It just means I have to switch over eventually. Go. Let's see where I could do it without the dash. Because I think that first area is not bad, because it's pretty open. That's not possible, I do not think. I think I have to get over to the left. Unless I just did all the right side with a dash. Wave dash. Wave dash. Never mind, maybe it's not possible without a dash. It's so cruel. And you only have like... They give you just enough room to get out. Yeah, I need to get to the left as soon as possible. And I keep betraying us. They are a day ahead after all. Yeah, look at the left compared to the right. Oh my lord. I have no idea what that room is for. The kill yourself room. Very cool. I dashed incorrectly. You know what I would like? I would like having a little bob. Or the little jellyfish thing. If I had the parachute thing for this, so much easier. Actually be kind of reasonable. Because that way you'd have to manage unfair world difficulty. I would say someone who's played the level quite a few times, most of it gets consistent, but for some reason I'm still inconsistent. Yeah. I probably know which rooms are going to be the inconsistent ones. Ow. Like that one room where you have to do a ton of dashes in a row through the goo. Well, I'm still dashless. Ow. I'm kind of in a moral dilemma here. I was only planning on streaming 2 hours today because of my time schedule. I might have to do all of this over again if I do not get to a checkpoint. Alright, we're gonna have to focus. Because it does not save your progress unless it is at a checkpoint. Uh-oh. I'll be fine. Even if I have to do it over again, I gotta do it over again. The world stays exactly the same. Stream man, focus. Alright, you know what? It's focus time. I'm gonna turn on a fan. Number 1 fan. Can't you just do save and quit? But I thought that... Well, we'll see. Oh no, it does. Okay, never mind. Because what I did last time, thank you for telling me about that, because what I did is I did return to map because I'm a fool. And I forgot about that. Never mind, there are no stakes. I lied. Hey, redeemed yourself, you may have it, but yeah, because I kept doing return to map because I was getting... So I'm going to stop hovering over that. I kept doing return to map because I was getting crystal hearts and things like that. Pie and steak. What a combo. Oh, I should have fell a little bit faster. Ugh. I was beginning to believe, but it did not matter. I could not think fast enough to do that. Uh-oh. I'm actually trying to do this for Golden Strawberry. You would have to die no times on this section. Ow. You keep face planting the stars. What if I like stars? I like Super Mario 64. I was trapped. I think I just have to pick a lane and dedicate to it. Well, Super Mario 64 does not like you. Aww. What a shame. Good day to not be in Australia. You can say that about pretty much any country on the world, if I'm honest. Every country has its faults. Am I the only one who... when there's timing in a game, the more I look at it, the timing, the worse I get, yeah. Why do you do that and not that? Because that part is better because of the thingy. Ow. Ow. It's not just the timing of that I'm getting messed up on. That's just sometimes I do just accidentally go into the star. Ow. Too high. Too high. No fair. Oh wait, no, I ended myself. Ugh. No. They had me in the first half, not gonna lie. Sure, man, can we have steak? How much is the steak? Is it like prime rib? Is it ribeye? What type of steak we having? Ow. Technically free if you steal it. Does that logic not apply with everything? Ow. Do you know about holding down tech? Yes, I know about holding down tech. I've done it before. The problem is that whenever I do it, I either kill myself too quickly or I move too fast and just careen myself into the other stars. Holding down makes you go faster. Ow. And I think it makes your hitbox thinner. It kind of looks like it, but I'm not sure if it actually does. Ow. Too far. Humanly impossible. No, this is possible. If other people have been able to do it, I can do it. And even if no one has done it, I can still do it. Bum, 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 bum. I tried the holding down tech. I like how it makes sounds when you hold it. Yes, it is a reference. Alright, since there's nobody talking on Twitch, I'm gonna hide the chat so it looks a little bit better for most of you. So that way you can just see the full game. I should have held down. Uh-oh. The problem is that, let me demonstrate what my mental problem is. So when you go through here, I only have like a second to commit whether I want to go downy or I just stay normal speed. And the problem with these guys is that they're completely different directions every single time. Or as a wise man once said, skill issue. So many bugs on Australia, may as well be Hollow Nest. I should have transferred over to the other side. Owie. This is the 50-50, 90 principle where there's a 50-50 chance to choose but 90% fail. Yes. It's a 50-50, but is it not a 50-50? Oof. Hi. Hi, Andreas. How you doing? Alright, man. I'm doing great. Got a lot of stars in the mind. You know, another thing that I was thinking about recently is with the rise of like VTubers and especially like influencers taking up the vast majority of people's lives, is that a interesting replacement for normal social interactions? Because these generations are a lot less social than previous ones. So pretty much streamers, VTubers, whatever you have it, are taking the place of roles of like friends, of compatriots, even relatives, things like that. It must be so detrimental to to the human psyche in most cases, because as much as you can feel close. Oh, stream, I don't want to think about that right now. I'm getting to a positive thing, dude. Hold on. It is damaging to the human psyche in and of that it can hurt making personal relationships and it can make it feel lonely. But there also is a slight benefit to it. It means that people can be more like independent and individual. Because as much as loneliness hurts, and being alone, being depressed hurts, this generation is probably the most familiar with the feeling. So that if there is a sense of isolation, or there is a point in which people feel divided, we are going to probably persevere through it more, as opposed to generations that were more socially acclimated. I was about to skip to the part where you beat this room, but I forgot this is a stream. You'll never get that part. I doubt that is happening. You doubt that, like, VTubers or influencers are replacing personal relationships in people's lives? This feels like a random deep conversation you start to think about 3M. Yeah. Well, in what sense? Because there are people who use influencers as their relationships. Like, people take those relationships very seriously. I kind of believe that. I can see that happening. Like, especially, I'm going to use VTubers especially because the Twitter that I see is insane about them. When certain VTubers graduate or, like, stop doing their job, people lose their minds. They're like, no, they left me. I cannot believe it. Guys, why do not blind people just see, guys? True. I know you blind man, but you gotta see this. Really? Huh? There are a lot of people on the internet that when people stop doing something or they're like do something bad, it ruins them. I mean, I come on here just to talk and vibe, and I'd be sad if you just stopped streaming, so that's pretty much a replacement for just going out and hanging out with my friends. Yeah, that's what I kind of mean by that. Some people just watch streams to have like that same feeling of friendship, but like at home, and not having to go outside with people. I know, right? And that's kind of why I try to limit myself streaming, because I know if I did not, I would be here every day. Most of my... I do have a small social life out of streaming, but I need to improve it more. And that's why I constantly tell everyone here, go do something productive, go outside, because as much as it is good to be acclimated to being by yourself, being an individual, it is also good to meet other people and to have relationships outside of yourself, because you learn different things. You get new characteristics, you get new beneficial things. And with that, you become a better person. I think humans are very interesting, as what we do is we take parts from other people, whether it's good and bad, and I try to influence people to go out and to meet new people so you get more good parts. Now, of course, there's a risk of getting bad parts, but unlucky is what I have to say about that. Yeah, I agree. Anyways, back to the game where you climb a mountain. I love the fact that you can just do this while streaming. Has deep conversation. And it's like, anyways, back to the game where you dash. How long have you played Celeste? Or are you talking about video games in general? Video games in general, much of my life. I have played 35 hours of Celeste. Maybe 36 or 37 at this point. Madeline is using the mountain to avoid socializing. True. I do a lot of things to avoid socializing sometimes. The reason that I stream every day is because I know if I did not, there would be like weeks in which I would not even talk to another person. I'm not trying to make like my guy, we're in space currently, but it's technically a mountain. Like, I am very used to doing stuff by myself, and I'm very used to not having, like, plans. Space Mountain. True. Disneyland? And I'm not meaning this in, like, a depressing way. It's just I'm very much an introvert. I like my alone time. And I'm certainly not trying to become an extrovert. I'll tell you that right now. If there's an event, and it's, like, a ton of people there, and I'm not going... or I do not want to go, I'm not going. You're not making me. But then again, I feel like most YouTubers that exist today are very much introverts. I feel like there's a lot more introverts today than there are extroverts. But I could be wrong on that. It could be the same proportion as it's always been. It's just that we're more familiar with the people who are more quiet, and they're a lot more vocal than in the past. It's kind of like the funny conversation that people have when they're like, why are there so many gay people today? Or why are there so many people that are talking about their sexualities? As it's always been. They were always there. It's just, they're not really thought about before. And you could make an argument. Why are there so many people? Because humans have a natural instinct to reproduce. I say I'm more on introverted sides. I do enjoy being alone at times, but also times where you want to talk with others. That's with nearly everybody. Because as with most people, there's this feeling of you need something in your life. Everybody has this innate feeling where there's something that you feel that you need, but you're not necessarily sure what it is. There are times in which you know what it is. You want to talk with somebody, you want to do a certain thing, but there's other times where you just have that feeling and you have no idea what you need to do. And you gotta find what that thing that you need is. Because the scariest thing about being a person is always the unknown. It's why it's used in horror, it's why it's used in drama, it's why it's used in everything. Humans need social interaction or become isolated instead, so I think you will still be an introvert. Will still crave the interaction. I'm in that category, yeah. Well, I guess for Madeline, it's climbing a mountain. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Oh dear. This conversation make me want a social interaction? What do you mean? What do you mean by so? Sorry, wait, I tuned out and played Zelda. You probably chose a good time to tune out. You see, what we did is we talked about politics, significant other streaming. Oh. Hold on, I'm gonna take off my headset real quick. I am so unfamiliar with terms and acronyms. I did not know that SO means significant other. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I'm feeling very lonely. Well, how about this, Boo? Send a message to somebody that you've not talked to in a while and just ask how they're doing. Because that really goes a long way. So here's a hot take. I never played Zelda. You see, Ocean, what we did while you were away is we talked about politics, and then we talked about immigrants. Then we talked specifically about the LA riots and our very staunch opinions about them. You know what? I can do that. It'll start a conversation, and it makes the other person feel valued. Because even the 3 simple words of how are you can go a very long way to make somebody feel good. Or you know what's an even better few words that can help? Have you extended your car's warranty? Just start like doing marketing sales towards them. Do you need free viewers? Maybe cheap viewers? Go to this link. That brightens my day whenever I get on Twitch. Or during my emails when I constantly get advertisements for like other things that I'm not going to describe. Doink doink. Oh dear. And the thing that I hate is when I have conversations like this, I try to aim to not make people depressed, but I just make people depressed anyway, accidentally. I thought Link was named Zelda because of the title. I mean, it just makes sense. Nobody calls it the Super Mario Luigi. Well, because technically, Luigi... Actually, no. It would just be Super Luigi. But I can make it work because I know lore. Because canonically, I'm pretty sure Mario's name is Mario. And Luigi's name is Luigi Mario. Why? Why not? Oh wait, today's Father's Day, I think. I remembered that a few hours ago. I sent a call, but I completely forgot. Believe it or not, I have called my father. I called them earlier this morning to make sure, and I also sent them a message, but I completely forgot that today is that day. Anyways, if you're in chat today, it is Father's Day. Talk to your parent if you want to. I understand there are situations in which you would definitely not want to do that, but just for those who care, Uh. This entire Celeste stream has just been me being like, I remember. Human anatomy. The existence of being a human. And then politics about the LA riots, and then, you know, how the United States president is doing their job. We're gonna leave it at that. We're not gonna elaborate. Did you listen to the podcast? Are you talking about Staying In? Yeah, I did listen to Staying In. But with Casually Explained. I actually talked about that earlier in the stream. The last thing I texted my dad is his BlackBerry jam look like human remains. Cool. Just your average day-to-day conversations? True. Oh. Yeah, I watched episode 1. I thought it was not bad, but I'm still not really a podcast type of person. It was interesting how Casually Explained talked about, like, their college years, how they went from different jobs. And I think they talked about going to, like, France, I think, from learning French. That was interesting. Hopefully I'm not talking to the wrong person about the wrong podcast. I think you're the one who recommended Staying In. I'm gonna be real. I forget a lot of stuff. I forgot about the 8-hour web fishing stream. I forgot about watching Indie Cross. Yeah, I recommend it. There's not very many episodes. Sure, man. Do you remember my favorite food? Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Occasionally what I do, I need to go through my booklet. What I do when people say stuff like this is I try to write it down. No, I'm joking. Did you ever even tell me this? Here it goes for the chat trivia. Everyone's gonna be like, do you remember my birthday? Let's see. I try to highlight it too. Ironically, I do not remember if I did or did not. I think I wrote down other stuff. Pineapples? Yeah, exactly. Boop, it's pineapples. It's so correct. It's obviously pineapples. Yeah, so what I try to do after every time I have a stream, I usually spend like 30 minutes doing extra stuff. Bad apple. Sick, you keep notes? So what I do, as soon as I finish the stream, I take a pen and paper. I write down notes for the stream, what I did, things I want to improve, and then like certain details that people tell me about. Sometimes I forgot, but most of the time I remember. Except this instance, maybe. Who knows? If somebody goes back through my streams and like actually finds that information, you can point and laugh. But if you're not willing to go through that effort, then you do not deserve to point and laugh. Yeah, you can write about my sister's lore. Yeah, your sister's lore about nearly dying from salmonella. And then there was something else. Was it... What else was it? There's something else. I can reread through the chat logs. I don't remember that. Actually, I can just do that right now. You know, we've already stopped the stream so much. Why not continue? Who cares about consistency, right? Oh my goodness, there are way too many chat messages. Stop sending messages. Correct. She also hallucinated people. Yes, that was it. Timestamp for discussing Staying In. Well, yeah, I'll write down that I talked to you about Staying In. Also, I finished the full episode of Staying In. Yeah, I finished the 1 hour and 30 minutes. I've only seen episode 1. Yeah. Also, I like how you said it like it was trivia. Correct. And also, I occasionally try to put down like birthdays and things like that. I've definitely written them in the book. I know Ocean has told me their birthday before, but I'd have to check a different note tab, and I'm not willing to go through that right now. Hey sister, some random man in the internet knows about your near-death experience. True. I mean, all of you know about my metabolism and things like that. I'll check the stream. Be right back. Okay. Now, I'm sorry, I do not remember the exact timestamp of when I talked about staying in initially. It was a while ago. It was some time. Ow. Alright, so as soon as that above timer hits 2 hours, I'm probably gonna end stream. Because I'm hungry. Oh, here's my birthday, just because why not? It's New Year's. Okay. It is New Year's. So when it becomes New Year's, I also have to wish you a happy birthday. Is it traditional New Year's or Chinese New Year? Because that would be funny. It's definitely not Chinese New Year. It is not Chinese. Okay. I usually ask for clarification because there's always more details, always good. Ow. You know, I just realized the scariest thing that could ever happen to me is like, I love keeping the propaganda of whether I have a job or not. But let's see if I can fuel it more. If, like, friends that I have, or maybe certain coworkers I have, if they learn that I stream, it's so over. I'll never live that down. Best viewers! Let's go. Maybe I should just start going into random Twitch streams and just copy and pasting best viewers. That'll definitely work out well in my favor. I think it would be funny. The 50-50 was wrong. I think it'd be a good joke. People would really like it. And then if it does not work out and they get, like, really offended, I can just say it's a prank. Why are you getting offended? Ugh. Does anyone know about you streaming? Like, anyone in my personal life? Yeah, there's a few friends that I have that know that I stream. Like, they've been on stream before. But generally, I do not talk about streaming in, like, day-to-day life. I do not walk up to people and be like, "Did you know I'm a streamer? Did you know? Look at my follower count. Why are you not looking? Look at me. Look at me when I'm talking to you." Or I know what I should do is I should go to my local McDonald's and go to the employees and be like, "I'm a big streamer. I want food for free. Can I have food for free?" Do not look at me, streamer man, that is stalking. I'm sorry, Boop. I'll purposely not read your messages anymore to avoid stalking you. I know you want to be very private. Free food. Yep. There's a lot a man would do for free food. Ugh. LMAO. Yep. LMAO. As it were. Even funnier that you just random saying you're a streamer and just introducing yourself by your YouTube name. I'm pretty sure my YouTube and my Twitch name are the exact same. But my TikTok name is different. Back, was it an hour and a half? An hour ago or half an hour? If I'm honest, Andreas, literally the conversation that I had about staying in is about as much as I said for you. I said I watched it, I found it interesting. How they talked about, like, how they got to making YouTube videos. Honestly, you're not missing much. I just said that I watched it in case... I try to give updates for things like that. There's no need for saying that. You can find it if you want, but I do not know the exact timestamp. But if it was, I think it was like an hour ago, maybe. Okay, 2 more attempts, and then I am ending stream. So sad. One attempt. Aw, 2 attempts. Okay. Seemed quick. Cool. Well, any last discussion topics or anything? Also, Boop, I'll stop ignoring your messages now. As amusing that was. Bye, stream man. Bye-bye, Boop. Bye. Alright. Anyways, well, with that, hope you have a good rest of your day. Hope you do / will do something productive. Make sure to send a message to somebody you've not talked to in a while. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah. I did not touch your spaghetti. So you say.